So, I started that sentence with so, because they're American and you have to, it's the rules, you have to start every sentence with so. We are in the presence of Fringe royalty.
Oh,
I mean,
so nice.
Baby Wants Candy is, it's not a legend because it's very real, but I remember being astounded in the days when British improv, and certainly anything like musical improv was just kind of a remedial stage. There were you guys, and it was like magic.
Yeah, but we only exist now because of you, pretty much. Back in the long legacy going back to the Copstick Review.
Shucks. So, you're still with you must be ancient, because that was a long time ago.
Well, I'm newer than he is.
Yeah, but you're the same age as before.
Yeah, I know, I am. I don't age. I also, if we're here, by the time it gets dark, I will suck your blood.
Okay, that makes sense.
Excellent.
So, do you ever look at one another on stage, do one of those?
We never really do, like do that routine. That
Yeah.
we do. I mean, we have our things we fall into a lot. Like, I did a thing recently and they were like, oh, it's that old Chris Grace strut. Because I was doing this like old timey thing and I was like, oh, I guess I do that a lot as a thing. But it's just something I like to do and it's not a thing that I like pull out of a bag of tricks.
Yeah, I think your personality and what you like, what you gravitate to comedically will become like a pattern or a theme in your play. But as far as how we interact together, it's fun the longer you play with someone because you can find what makes them giggle or what makes them tick, and then you can try to mess with each other. Yeah. But you're never like, okay, now we're gonna do our two-step.
I think when you approach improv, there's a couple ways to do it, and one of them is to sort of protect yourself from failure by sort of like, these are some things that I know I can do to get a laugh. I need to get a punchline here. Let me get some response. And I feel like we go the opposite direction, which is like, this is many years we've been doing it now, and the only way to keep it interesting is to sort of just push ourselves and see where we end up. Like, I think through experience, our worst show is still like pretty good, but I think that we wouldn't be able to do it this long if we had like routines.
Yeah, because it's
boring.
It is. I mean, up to a point, anyone can make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
But great improv, there's a chemical element to it, which is not as much, but it's certainly a lot about the casting.
The camaraderie in
Yeah.
the cast, I feel, is so important, and we call it group mind.
Yeah.
When you all, you start to mind meld together,
Yeah.
and like by, in the beginning of the Fringe, sometimes you'll have like a different mixed bag of cast members, and by the end, the shows will just be like, bam, 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 because
like
we've all
year,
gelled.
Last year, I was only here the first 2 weeks, and then apparently after I left, the shows got a lot better. And I'm not even kidding. They were like, the shows are so great once you left. I was like, oh, okay. I guess the chemical mix needed was the removal of me.
Yeah. So with improv at this level, because you see a lot of terrible improv.
Yes.
I mean, really dire.
Some of that
improv.
is our fault too, I think, honestly, at the
Well,
Fringe.
because people look at you and they think, oh, that looks easy.
Yeah.
I can do that. No, you can't. So you really, please don't try, because it takes time out of my life, and you hurt me, and if you hurt me, I will hurt you back.
Well, what about at the beginning of the shows you go to and they say, can we get a suggestion? Why don't you stand up and say, my suggestion is you don't do the show.
My suggestion is please.
It would save your time. You can leave right away.
Because it's a little bit like a trapeze act, in that if you could see like the sweat and the people going or whatever, it wouldn't be fabulous. And in the same way with bad improv, you go, can I get a suggestion? And then you can see the guy on stage waiting until he gets the suggestion that he wants.
Wait, why did that sound more American when you played a bad improviser just then?
Wow, I know. Everything bad comes from the States, and then it trickles down. Absolutely. And then we do the bad from the States, but we do it even worse. It's bad. So So before, I mean, no, I know now there's loads of improv courses and improv. I blame that on the States as well. So how did you come to Baby Wants Candy? Were you a stand-up comic who became an improviser, or a theater performer who became an improviser?
I think we both came up through like long-form improv in New York City.
Yeah. So you've only ever done improv?
I came out of the womb improvising.
Wow.
I was born, I was like, can I get a suggestion?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, get back in.
You're not done yet.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, and then I actually sat in with the Baby Wants Candy show because they were like low on cast like years ago. And honestly, it was just lucky that the first show I did was pretty good and was seen by one of the producers of the show who was in town. Like, it was all a coincidence. And then, I mean, it was just happenstance that I got
But
to stick
you've
with it.
always done improv.
Yeah, I mean, I've done stand-up before that, but I did a lot of improv.
So, I mean,
we
if
both
you-
probably did years of it before we got
If you went
to it.
into a scripted play, you'd be like a bomb, because to be or not to be. Well, that reminds me.
Well, I was in a scripted play that you had a big influence on, Kate. 50 Shades the Musical.
Oh, wow.
You were in at the beginning. You saw that workshop in the basement of
did.
some weird place. And basically everybody was like, does Kate want this show to continue? And then they were like, oh, okay. And so we did it.
God, so you can.
I can memorize
Follow
a
a
line.
script.
Katie can memorize a line.
Yeah, I did some theater in my day.
Do that out damn spot thing from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Scottish
yeah.
play right now.
Yeah.
Damn spot. I'll just say literally exactly what you said. We can't say the name of it.
Yes, you can, Macbeth.
Oh.
No, opening day's tomorrow.
So you've always improvised, or you've actually done something real?
I actually come from a writing background.
Wow.
I studied playwriting, and now I'm a screenwriter. And so I started doing improv and sketch writing to sort of help with that. And then I fell into it hardcore.
Yeah.
And I thought I would eventually do more acting, but improv is I get off on the adrenaline and the fear. So I was always trying to level up. What scares me more? And singing in front of people.
Yeah.
And freestyle rapping in front of people is just a fucking nightmare. But so then I was like, I have to do it, and I have to do it really well. And so that's where I'm at. I'm just constant. And so this year I'm bringing my own show, which is just like the next level of chasing the like big failure, like the big bad failure, and be like, come and get me. And
So you're both doing your own shows.
Yeah, we are.
And are they're improv shows?
So mine is like a hybrid. There is musical improv. There are a few improvised songs, but then it's also storytelling. There's a narrative. So there is some memorization involved.
Yeah, you got to stick to it.
Yeah, but it is very dumb. Like it's silly and goofy
That's good.
comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm not like reciting prose like to be or not to be. So.
And what's yours?
My show, I just read Kate Copstick reviews.
Yeah,
verbatim.
well, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Actually,
great.
you can have a 5-star review for that beautifully, wonderful writing.
You know,
Tremendous.
yeah, you should be careful about what can be quoted, because now I'm going to say Kate Copstick 5 stars.
Yeah. But that is, I honestly think that's the right of every performer. I can't remember what the show was, for which I apologize, I should. But I give something a 1-star review. And they put this big headline that went, A star, Kate Copstick.
Oh my God,
Brilliant.
it's not a Michelin star.
Brilliant.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
So once the words are out, they're on the page or they're wherever, take them, do with them
My
what you
technique
want.
was I like to say, because they'll say like 2 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
What I like to say, we got 2 black stars and 3 white stars. We got 5 stars.
Yeah,
total.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. But my show is scripted, no improv, except that I would describe it as a loose connection to the script.
Okay,
at
yeah,
times.
right,
So
okay.
there is a little improv every once in a while. I might call to the tech and be like, where am I?
Yeah. Is it stand-up? Is it?
It's like a theater-ish.
Ooh.
It's very much like what you would think of as like an Edinburgh show. Like, it's not a really thing we have in America.
Your dad is dead.
My mom's dead. Well, actually,
Hey.
my dad is dead, but he's not in the script. That's
Oh,
next
right.
year's show.
Okay.
Next
But
year, yeah.
Now that's a very good point. The Dead Dad show is famous in Edinburgh. Why don't we break out the Dead Mom show?
Are there not a lot of dead mom shows here?
No.
Wait, do Scottish mothers not die? Is that the problem?
No, I don't know. They just don't like to talk about them. But, the Dead Dad show is like a definite trope.
I feel like
comedy.
in America, the dead mom is more popular. Because like in a lot of Pixar movies, for example, it starts off and the mom's already dead.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an American thing.
So that could be...
That's what I'm bringing is a different parental unit is dead in my show.
Yes, exactly. This is female liberation. I mean, this is
right.
equal opportunity death.
I will say a year ago, my mom was not dead. And then I was like, I'm doing this show. We kind of got to have a hook for the show, so I made sure it happened.
Right. Yeah.
It was darker than I wanted it to be.
Dark. That is dark. Does it feel... I'm not quite sure why I did that, but I just feel it's
Does
right.
it feel like parting someone's buttocks?
Well, you see, now you've got me thinking on a whole different...
See, the thing is, I remember from when we did 50 Shades how twisted you are.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Because I think sometimes as you get older, people forget. I'm filthy. So...
That's why you're going to love Katy's show, by the way. I feel like y'all are simpatico.
Yeah, yes.
I need to go.
Even our glasses.
I know. Do you feel exposed, is the word that springs to mind, having been in the... This is like fucking sign language I'm doing here. So having been in the group show, when you're on your own, do you feel, or did you feel when you started doing the solo stuff kind of exposed, or why is there no one here to tag this line? Or
I mean, there's way more pressure. Like, there's way more mental pressure to have to, have a whole hour in your head, especially because we're both doing one-person shows. So, yeah, it's a lot. And if you fail or you get a shitty review, it's on you. You can't be like, it's not a group. And also, it's your money, it's your fundraising, it's your flyering, it's your time. So the stakes are higher. But I will say, like, I'm loving it. I like being my own brand. I like touting it. I'm hungry for it. So it's not like I'm not freaked out.
Yeah, Katy hands out flyers for her show in the middle of the Baby Wants Candy show.
Pretty much.
Not? Why not? If you've got it, use it.
Yeah.
So that's, that is your best. Yeah. Why don't
I
you?
will say, I don't think, because I haven't gotten printed yet. No, I know. I hold up a QR code. I don't think Edinburgh's ready for Katy, though. I think she's a force.
Oh, this sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm a lot.
I wasn't describing it like that. Jeez.
No, it's a fucking crazy show. But it's high energy and fast paced and like.
I can't imagine you going to the toilet without it being high energy and fast paced.
It's like a hard stream. I push it out,
You can write your name in the snow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, my show is low energy and slow paced.
Yeah.
Really?
like
I'm
me. I'm much like the sloth of comedy.
Is there any dancing in it? Just because that's...
There are what we call funny movements in my show.
Whoa, that's a technical term.
That's an industry jargon.
Industry jargon, funny movements.
Yes.
I can hardly contain my excitement, as indeed can you. I can see.
I can easily contain my excitement.
Yeah. How much excitement is there to contain? You don't seem to me like a particularly excited person.
I'm a pretty agreeable person. I this whole month I'm kind of like, this is going to be exciting, but also, in the end, even if we have the worst failure of the month, it's just another Fringe.
Exactly.
That is such a good attitude. It's not the most exciting, but that is because all manner of shit can happen that is not your fault.
Yeah.
A lot more shit can happen that will be your fault.
Yeah.
But there's...
If I do my show and I haven't fully memorized my show and I don't remember, that's not really my fault.
No.
That's because the Greg's didn't open early enough for me to get a bacon roll that day.
I'm loving that you're getting down with the local culture already.
Well, I've been here. I think about the Greg's when I'm in Los Angeles. I think about the most basic things, and I come here, I'm like, I want to eat at Nando's, and people are just like, you're lame.
Greg's.
Yeah.
Go for Greg's.
I love it.
And I like the Tesco meal deals. I love them, and the meat quality is so much better than in America.
Yeah, our grocery stores are bad.
In America, it's very processed, and everything's like gelatinous, and just they're trying to kill you. And here, it's like get a little $1 chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I love it that so you came to Edinburgh, the historical capital of Scotland, during August, the artistic hub of the world at that time. What did you love? Well, I love the Tesco meal deals. It was just so wonderful.
Well, my husband and I got here a couple days ago, and we ate at a classic Scottish restaurant. It's called Papa John's.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say noodles and
It
dumplings.
was the only place that was open. Papa John. I was like, is my first meal in Edinburgh going to be Papa John's pizza?
I had McDonald's last night because I was starving and nothing was open. I know. I wasn't proud of it, but I was
will
like...
say nothing's open late enough for me.
I know, it's not... Especially looked at in the sort of American way, we're very much not 24 hours. Like, oh, right, I've got to go home and get my tea.
Yeah.
I'll close up now. Now, when are the shows on? Where are the shows on? Are you going to be able to see each other's show? When's Baby Wants Candy?
That is at 9:05.
Prime
I
time.
think, right?
Big boys time.
Yeah. Yeah. We're at minor league time in the day.
Yeah.
Got to be done. First show, you know.
Yeah.
And then my show is called Diamond Goddess Crystal Pussy, and
I'm loving
Which
it
is like
already.
the original name of the jacket that you're wearing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's at 2:10 at the Just the Tonic Mash House.
Whoa, crystal pussies don't usually come out at 2:10.
Crystal Pussies
Oh my gosh.
all the time. Yeah. I'm gonna shake it up midday.
Yeah. My show
and you?
is it's called Chris Grace as Scarlett Johansson, and it's at 1:40 p.m. at Assembly Studio 5 every day.
Cool. And so 9 p.m. is it Gilded Balloon that?
Big One's Candy is
Assembly.
at Assembly Studio 1,
Assembly
and then
Studio.
Hamilton is 5.
Yes,
20.
Hamilton. We didn't get to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's an improvised Hamilton.
You know,
Did you put
I
the
thought
pieces
it
together?
might be. I thought it might be. I want. You see, you could fill up an entire day just with you guys and Baby Wants Candy and Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm also doing a stand-up show called Laughing Stock at 10:10 at Gilded Balloon Wee Room. So there might be some days where I have 4 shows in a day.
You're going to be knackered.
Yeah, that's so nuts.
I'm this year's Phil Jupitus. That's what I can
Yeah,
say.
you're going to lose so much weight.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, might be.
Don't want to lose too much.
Not if you keep eating Papa John's.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here thinking about Crystal Pussy.